Morning world, welcome to Friday 6th of June. And before we do anything else, as I'm on the farm, I'll give you a quick update on this. So no Dave today. Dave doesn't work Fridays. Like he said, he's kind of got to the time in life now where he doesn't have to do 5 or 6 days a week now. He can take it a bit easier. And we're in no desperate rush, although a sink and some taps would be useful. It'll happen. I'll look back in a couple of weeks at this and go, you know, at the time it felt like it was the end of the world, no sink and no taps, but you know, we have managed. So all the carcasses are in. They're all leveled up. They're all fixed to the walls all the way around. They're worktops, the new worktops that we've ordered are coming on Monday. The ones that came the other day were too light. This is already a very, very light room. That's due east. So in the morning, this is very bright in here. And Mrs. P wants white tiles around this area. So yeah, it's going to be bright in here, which would be, you know, quite a change from the dark old kitchen we're used to. Anyway, stuff has moved on a little bit. We kind of planted the seed in Mrs. P's head a couple of days ago, and we said, well, you know what, Julie? You're going to have your nice new kitchen. And the original idea was to keep this one as well. And I said, well, there's only 2 of us here now. 3 with the mother-in-law and our occasional visitors and that. Do we need 2 kitchens? What do you mean? Well, why don't we take all that out, give all that to Samantha. She can have that in her house for her kitchen because she wants a new kitchen. And we said, well, we can give her all of that. She can have that. We'll strip all this off the walls, redecorate, and not necessarily the window that came out of there because I think it's too big. We have got a smaller window, same size as that guy over there. We've got one of those. Why don't we put one of those in there? Cut a hole in the wall, put a window in there, and turn this into like a lounge diner. So we can still keep our table, but maybe we could put some comfy chairs in here. And then I said, do you know what? We can take that, or it means bringing the plumber back in because that is electric and gas. So it's electric oven, gas hob, combination, whatever you may call it. The gas is already in that box. Why don't we put that cooker in there? We were going to put a log burning stove in there just for, because I wanted a log burning stove, but of course they're a bit dirty. And I said, so why don't we put that cooker there in there, turn this into like a lounge diner, and maybe, I like this idea, put a log burner there, because there we can go straight up for the roof, out in the valley at the top there, and we could have a log burner in the kitchen. I really fancy that idea. Mrs. P likes the idea. Dave's not so keen. I think it's because it's going to be quite a bit of work. Working out how we're going to do it. But, you know, as a future project, maybe. Log burner. There. What do you reckon? So Dave might be here a bit longer now. I think it is going to be a case of we're going to rip this out because we were going to retile this and redecorate this as a kitchen, blah, 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 all that as a case of, but you know what, we're on this project now. Why don't we just do a bit more with that, strip this out, and for the time being, we could just put a couple of comfy chairs or something in here and have it as a kitchen diner. Or as in a lounge diner, sorry. And a window in there, which will make it a lot lighter. I think it's a good idea. You could agree with me or not agree with me, whatever, but I think we're going to do it anyway. Right, Reg rang me half an hour ago. He is coming over in about another half an hour. So we're going to go down in the shed. We're going to get the Manitou out. We're going to take it down the yard. So when he gets here, it's all ready for him. Well, why don't you get it posted to your house?
I keep forgetting.
Well,
You have a box. I don't.
yeah, get your own box.
I will.
Go on then.
Not yet.
Holly moved out a couple of weeks ago, but she still gets all her post and her parcels delivered here. Then it clutters up my kitchen. So I'm just giving her ear bending for it. So, not that she cares. I love hearing the swifts screaming up there. I know they're up way up there. I don't see them down here very often, but it just reminds me that it's still summer. Days are still getting longer for a week or so. I don't actually know what time Reg is getting here. All I know is it's this morning, and that I'm not going to go anywhere until he's been. But once Reg has been and taken a load, I'm going over to my dad's, because I think I'm having lunch with Emma and my dad today. But to earn my lunch, I've got to take his little Kubota over to t'other farm with a fork a load of manure in the back of his Kubota to take it home for him to grow something. I don't know if it's flowers or veg. He wants it for the garden. First time. I sometimes wonder if I'm just going a little bit too mad at it. You know, not giving it a chance. This really is a monstrous great machine for a little tiny farm. I do like it.
Scars like tattoos, every single break and bruise, so I know what the cost is. I'll go through anything to get where I wanna be. Nothing you throw at me gonna knock me off of my feet. It might take everything, so if you want it, you gotta be ready to play, 'cause I'll go through anything.
Right, that's mixed a bit up, taken a bit of the shit over there and put it over there where it's not so soft, and a bit of the compost off of there and chucked it on top of there. So yeah, I've gone up the gate into the yard now, so if he comes, he can come straight down. And I think what I might do is jump on the skid steer and just have a little bit of a tidy up. That's it. 20 past 11. I don't know what time Reg is getting here. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 2 hours. Could be 1.5 minutes. I feel better now. I know it's childish, and I know it's, you know, well, childish. It still makes me laugh. Literally, I'd just taken my spoon out of my mug from making myself a cup of coffee, thinking, oh, I've got time for Reg. And next second, he's coming down the drive. Luckily, I had him on CCTV, so I'll show you. So it should be that every time he comes in, he has a little bit more space to turn around in the yard, because I keep moving the compost heap a bit more, so that looks interesting, Reg. You go around there. You go around there. Let's see how Uncle Reg is. I literally just made myself a cup of coffee, then you come down the drive. That's all I have when I go back up, so. Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, getting there now, yeah. We think we found the trouble with the Manitou.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are mountains on the cab.
Right.
Perished.
Oh.
Because you go over a bit of a bump, you're going to go bang, bong, pong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had that.
Yeah, I can hear it, yeah.
Stretch the cables.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. Anyway, talked to Manitou this morning, and that's what they think.
All right.
So I said, well, he's working.
Yeah. He fired straight up first go this morning.
Hmm?
Yeah.
It just occasionally, he said, I said, it just happens again, he said.
Yeah, all right.
He said, what you want is new rubber mountains. Well, he's not a young machine, but he ain't old.
No.
But let's put it this way, he works well.
Does the job. New one ain't going to do any more work, is it?
That's it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we drew straws, rock, paper, scissors, and decided I'm loading. So the weigh scale on yours says I'm heavy. So I'll take it gently. Go on, off you go. There you go.
Better to be proactive than reactive. Yeah.
I reckon I could have got another bucket full in there.
Right, well, we caught up with Reg. He's just coming into the village of Tidderington now. Is he going to go straight to the farm? Yes, he is. I didn't know if he was going to stop off home first. But no, he's in front of us. He's going to the farm.
Welcome back. It is 5:15. Reg, I think, is on his way back here. But I have some other news for you, which some of you will be interested in. Some of you might be surprised in. I was surprised. But yeah, there's been a bit of an update with the 695. So while I was loading up second load for Reg, Neil arrived. And looky. So pipework's done. We've got these two ends on here for the time being. I don't actually know what ends are coming on the bale lifter that I bought. Don't know yet, but the valve's on. Don't think the electrics are done yet. No, he's taken me knob. He's taken me knob because he's got to fit a switch to that. So yeah, my knob's gone. I think he's coming back tomorrow morning to finish this off, but basically this is the changeover valve from that in the bucket. I know that looks a bit, I'm not a puff, don't worry. Instead of doing that, it'll do that, or that, or whatever you want a third service for. But yeah, so that's the pipework for third service. Pipework is done. We're not sure where to put the bracket yet. We don't know whether to put the bracket on here or if he's going to put it on there. It's, I don't know, probably on here. But we'll finish that once we know what connections we've got on the bell grab. So, yeah. So, it's only taken a couple of years, but I didn't want anybody else to do it. I wanted Neil to do it. I knew he already had this. He'd already bought all this. He made the bracket up today. So I thought the bracket was already done, but he's made that up today. So yeah, we're getting there. We don't actually need the third service now for, might even be a couple of months before I have more bales. But at least when this is all done, switch is done, everything is done, and I got that lifter, I can then take this over to the farm and I'm self-sufficient. So it's very nice for Reg to help me out, and occasionally other people will help me out, but if I can do it myself, I can go back to being an independent bugger and not relying on anybody else. So yeah, getting there. And look at the yard, it's getting bigger. Reg said to me earlier, did you realise how big your yard actually is? I said, oh no, I know. If this is empty, there's enough room in here. I can turn an articulated lorry around here. I can literally drive in and turn an Arctic 40-footer in here, no problem. It's just that it hasn't been empty for a few years. So I dug out a lot of that over there earlier and pushed it this way. And I've also dug out quite a lot of that and pushed it and mixed it in with that. So that's the main part we're taking from. Reg isn't doing any more now until next week. He has offered me his tractor and the trailer. If I want, I can carry on over the weekend, which I might do, but I have another couple of jobs I also want to get done this weekend, and a lot depends on what the weather's doing. So
tonight's load, this last one he's coming back for now, could be the last one until next week. Like I said, depends a bit on the weather. But yeah, it's all going on. Third service on the tractor. I've had some rain. Can't quite hear the grass growing, but hopefully it will start pretty soon. And my yard is getting bigger. Right, I'm going back to my office, press a few buttons, sort out tonight's upload. Ready for when Reg comes back, because I've been doing all the loading. Because he said by the time he's driven from here to my place, to the farm, tipped and driven back, he's kind of had enough sat on his ass. He likes to get out the tractor, stretch his legs. So he said, I can do all the loading up, which is fine by me because I'm really enjoying playing with that Manitou. I might be converted to a pivot steer. I think it was the fact that I'd driven little ditty pivot steers and I just didn't think they were very stable. But that big one, I quite like that. A lot. Right, almost 6:15. Reg is back. Last load of the day. So we'll go and jump on the Manitou. For a big tractor, it's really quiet.